Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience. Remember, the body can get sick. It can also get well. That's the hope we have each and every day here on the show. You're looking at ways to boost your exercise level. Here are some helpful tips. Of course, we all get excited when we watch athletes perform at their high levels of competition. It's one of the reasons we love sports, to be able to see people do the things that maybe we can't do. So the first step is always, experts recommend, if you want to get started in some kind of athletic program, want to play some new sports, or maybe get inside of an exercise routine, go to your doctor first, make sure that everything's checking out okay? Because remember, you can't go from the couch to running a 5K, right? There's a process that goes to that. So if your muscles have atrophied, use it or lose it. There's certain things that can happen. Injuries can happen. A lot of people just think they can go out and play football, and they haven't played in 10 years. So you can't really go out and cut. You're going to tear a knee or something, or an ankle or something like that. So you got to be really, really careful. Get cleared by your doctor. Make sure that you're fit and can do well, and then get out and make it happen. So one of the big keys for that is really to get and get that physician to check you out. Now, maybe you get a personal trainer to work with you, start exercising, get into a group class or something to get your body moving and get used to what you haven't done in a long time. I'm a big fan of group exercise. The reason is because so many people, when it comes to exercise, they struggle. And again, you're going to be more successful. I believe it's almost 90% of people that are in a group setting or at least have a partner when it comes to exercise are successful. So it raises your rate tremendously to keep your goals where they need to be and head in the right direction. So that's one thing, first and foremost, that you want to shoot for. The other thing, too, is develop a good plan. You want to encourage a full body workout of some sort. So you want to build up your core, which are your abdominals, your lower back, and create the strength in the middle of the section. When your core is strong, the body becomes strong. And, of course, you want to build good cardiovascular health to affect your heart and have good blood flow. There's a lot of different ways. So getting someone that's an expert, whether it's a personal trainer, lifestyle coach, someone that can help you along in that process will make a big difference toward reaching your goals. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. You're listening to On Call Radio. Check us out on the web. So many people are struggling today with their health and really don't know where to turn. I want to encourage you, go to our website. Our team members are always standing by to help you find maybe a lifestyle provider in your area, or our new In Shape program helps you lose weight, feel better, have more energy. You can check that out at the website. Look for In Shape, and that's, of course, what we all want to do. When I was younger, my dad used to say, it's time to get in shape for football, or the coaches would say it's time to get in shape for the season. Now we're in America, and we see a rate of 65% of Americans being overweight. It's time to get in shape, America. It is. We have to. We have to make a change with where we're headed. We can't stay in the same place doing the same things over and over and over again. We have to create some radical new changes so we can have some radical results with our health, with our life, and get in direction that we can thrive again. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be hard, but it needs to be consistent so we can teach that not only for ourselves to make ourselves better, but for our kids and the next generation so that it doesn't continue. Because really, the challenge we have with obesity in America right now is a crisis. It's not just something that's to kind of sweep under the rug. It's one of the major reasons that we're seeing the health challenges that we're seeing today and the statistics. It's amazing. So if we can begin to create new modifications, new lifestyle choices, and really get ourselves to restructure the way we think, we can make a massive impact in the way we live our lives. 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. Joyce, you're with us on the phones. How can I help?
I had a CAT scan done, and they found a ascending aorta, mild aneurysmal, to 3.9 centimeters, and there's a mild prominence of the left vertical and left atrium with coronary calcifications. So they're going to send me for echocardiography, but I wanted to see what they say about this.
When you have a potential for an aneurysm like that, and you're dealing with the aorta, there's some serious concern. That's why they're doing further testing and they're looking at every angle. So in this case, you want to follow their protocols 100%. That's just my opinion, okay? And because in this case, that can turn into a real serious condition. The other thing to think about, which is I'm assuming why you're calling, is what can you do, right? Because we all want to be proactive. We don't want to just lay there and do nothing. And what brought you into this place, I'd have to have cameras and watch you for the last 10 years. Remember, health deteriorates in roughly 10-year increments. So we all think that our health gets really, really bad overnight. It doesn't, or in 6 months. It typically does not. It takes time to build. And a matter of fact, 80% of the body breaks down before we ever get our first symptoms. So the body's breaking down for years before we ever get a symptom and are dealing with anything. So one of the keys that you want to look at more than anything is you want to have a total piece about creating new lifestyle choices for yourself. I mean, regardless of what's caused this, what can you do now? Well, we know that a heart-healthy diet is something that you would definitely want to focus on, building up with the right kind of protein sources, lean quality protein sources, chicken, fish, beef, or eggs, low glycemic carbohydrates in the form of fruits and vegetables, and then good healthy fats, your almonds, your walnuts, your cashews, your avocados. Getting a good balance in the foods that you eat will make a big difference in your overall health. So I would encourage you with that, getting, of course, the Mediterranean diet. We've done research on that for years and years, and we know that those healthy fats really can come in and make an impact. And so if you get the right kind of foods coming in, of course, you're going to get the right kind of results. And that's what you want to shoot for. So I would do that. And of course, your exercise, depending on, of course, again, they need to figure out, they being your medical team, need to figure out exactly where things are with your health and what the outcome is and what your liabilities are. So they got to be really careful in what they let you do. So again, on exercise, you want to follow their guidance and their guidelines. But from an eating perspective, whether you get a nutritionist or a lifestyle coach or someone that can walk with you in this process, those are changes that you can make. And I'm sure your cardiologist that's working with you is going to tell you the same thing. I mean, they're going to encourage that. So building up the right kind of foods to get the body working the way it needs to. Remember, even though our body kind of works in long increments, the cells are turning over in our body every 90 to 120 days. So each day old cells are dying off, new cells are forming. We're getting a brand new body all the time. So it's pretty amazing on how you can make a radical impact in your health just by modifying some of your lifestyle choices. So a lot of times, forget about the past. It doesn't matter. Focus on today. That's what you can do. And your best days definitely can still be ahead. So get with the medical team. Get with someone to work on your diet, nutrition, and lifestyle. And that'll be a great start. 888-283-7272. You're listening to On Call Radio. Check us out on the web. Coming up, we're going to jump in and grab some more calls, also some social media with some emails. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for increased strength, increased endurance, and better recovery, then look no further than an all-natural nutritional supplement called creatine hydrochloride. Concrete is the brand, and it's the most absorbable form of creatine hydrochloride found today. Now, creatine is not just for athletes. You probably heard that before, but creatine hydrochloride is for the everyday person looking to improve their health. Listen, I started taking creatine in college when I was a strength and conditioning coach at Florida State University. And I've taken it ever since my college years. And it's made a massive difference in my life. Everything in my body, I believe, is functioning better because of creatine. Creatine hydrochloride I've moved over to using Concrete, and it is the best form of creatine on the market. Concrete creatine hydrochloride is available at most Walmart stores and on Walmart.com or any store that carries nutritional supplements. Just make sure to look for Concrete brand creatine hydrochloride and watch your endurance, your strength, and your recovery and your immune system get boosted today.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
Check us out on the web. Lawrence in Grand Rapids, Michigan says, I have a torn ACL and I go in for surgery next week. What are some good rehab ideas for after that? Well, ACL is no joke. It's the surgery is very good now, and the surgeons that are some world-renowned surgeons here in the United States that perform that and get athletes back on the field where that used to be a career-ending injury. Pretty amazing. But one of the things, go through all the rehab. It's very easy to get started with a PT, and halfway through you think, well, I'm good. I'm feeling good, feeling strong, I'm good. Don't think that. Go all the way through, follow your entire routine with them, and don't stop. Even if it seems like it's monotonous and it means nothing. Go all the way through it. It really does make a difference on the other side, how well the scar tissue diminishes. That is one of the really good focus. Just stick with the PT. Now, I'll tell you something that can be very beneficial if they don't use this is a cold laser or a low-level laser. Now, this is new. They've been out for a little bit of time. A lot of athletic trainers, orthopedic surgeons, and PTs are using these. Chiropractic physicians using them as well and getting great results. Reduction of the scar tissue, increase of your recovery time, pretty amazing. So I would encourage you in that regard to get started and look for someone that has the laser so that your recovery time can be down and your strengthening and all can be up. That's just a major key in all of this, especially for getting back to where you need to be. And also, don't forget that your nutrition matters. Good omega-3 fatty acids. Make sure to get plenty of lean quality protein sources. And also look at vitamin D. Vitamin D is a real key in the recovery process through this. And a lot of minerals too. Boron, magnesium, potassium. Those are all beneficial to get your body to recover in the way that it needs to. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. Carl, you're next with us, my friend. How can I help?
I have a skin problem. I was wanting to inquire about what to use on it. Maybe ringworm and breakout on my face. I'm not sure what it is.
Okay. When you see something like that, when you think skin, okay, we all automatically think what's growing on my skin or what is that? But when you think skin, always think, okay, if it's my skin, it's coming from my gut. So our gut health typically affects the skin in that way. So our health really does matter when it's happening with our overall skin, meaning that when you look at your skin and your gut for the right kind of bacteria being in the digestive tract, it really does matter. So a lot of times if you take antibiotics or you drink a lot of chlorinated water, tap water, it can strip the body of the good bacteria. That happens, it can start causing little skin eruptions and those sorts of things. So it looks like eczema sometimes, but you can get the bacteria right and then look at getting omega-3 fatty acids correctly in the body, getting what you need, building the body levels up that way, and that can make an incredible difference in your overall health. But I would look at that for sure. And again, you can put the ointments and the creams on it to cut down on the discomfort. Your dermatologist can kind of guide you in that process. But a lot of times, and not every time, but a lot of times it comes from the gut health. If you get the gut health cleaned up, cut out food allergies and that sort of thing, the skin typically can resolve with a lot of those type issues. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. You're listening to On Call Radio. Check us out on the web. Let's go to Brenda. Hi, Brenda.
Calling to get tips on my blood pressure and how to get it to go down pretty quickly.
Okay. Blood pressure, just a rule of thumb for it, and something to think about. There are some genetic factors to it, but a lot of it is our lifestyle. And when you look at your eating habits, your lifestyle habits, stress is a big piece of this. And when you put all those together, that's when you can really get in and figure out where your blood pressure is, because that's why so many thin people have high blood pressure. You think, well, they're not overweight. What's the deal? A lot of it's diet. A lot of it's not enough exercise. And the body's not getting what it needs. I mean, there's so many of those variables and factors that you have to look at. So I would encourage you really in this regard just to take a look at your overall habits. Now, rebounding is very good. So jumping up and down in a mini trampoline, they've done numerous studies on that, 5 minutes a day to 20 minutes a day. Walking outside is your next best one, because it's just getting the body moving, staying active. All of that helps. So to get the body and just continually be in motion, if it's 10, 15 minutes a day, it doesn't have to be a lot, but it also needs to be vigorous. It doesn't need to be some lollygag walk with your dog. Like, people think I walk my dog so I exercise. No, you don't. You're not sweating walking the dog. So whenever you walk, you do it with intensity. You do it with if you're going to take 10 minutes to exercise, you go for it, you work hard, and you make an effort. So that counts as exercise. Just a casual walk does not count as exercise. You have to go for it and push yourself. And then that'll make a tremendous difference. So with blood pressure, we know that helps. Salt intake, it makes a difference. You want to keep it at about 1,500 milligrams a day. That is the typical guideline that is out now. So I would focus on that, keep those numbers in the right range, and you should do very, very well. But that's the big key. I mean, I would look at that, and then your eating habits. Keep those the basics. Keep the inflammation down. Good fats, moderate carbohydrates, low glycemic, fruits and vegetables, and then your healthy proteins, lean proteins, chicken, fish, beef, eggs. All the anti-inflammatory basics that we teach on the show is very, very helpful in this regard. Because, I mean, blood pressure, for the most part, it's about creating consistent good habits to combat the not so good habits that you had in the past. And that's how you win. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. If you haven't found a lifestyle provider, check us out. Go to the website. Our lifestyle providers, healthcare providers in your area that believe the same way we do, all the nutrition and lifestyle-based care that we talk about to be able to help you go to that next level with your health and with your life. And on this show, that's what we want to help you do, is to win because you can. And the reality is, if you haven't checked out our app, so many people call us and they want to know, how can I catch the show? I missed it. I missed you say that when you said this. The app is out, so it's On Call Radio. It's in the App Store, and you can listen to the show from the day before all the way until we go live the next day. It's a great tool to use to stay connected. We'll be right back. Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to AsaRx.com and get your free book today.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
Every single day. It's amazing that 20% of health, this is my own little breakdown, but I really believe 20% of health is knowing what to do. So it's all the stuff we talk about. Now you see docs, we're in health media, television, radio, and we're teaching you every day. And I love it. It's fun. I love what I do. But I really think it comes down to about 20% of knowing what to do. So all this that we're teaching, research, latest things, it's really about 20%. 80% of your success is your own behavior. It's your own ability to discipline yourself to get the results that you're looking for, to motivate yourself to want to be better, to take what we teach you and to implement it into your life and be successful with it. That is where the real success is. And so every single day, that's why we're here. We want to be here, that voice for you, that you can turn on the radio or watch us on television and really have that safe place where you can learn and you can be encouraged and hear a voice of reason that can help you go to that next level with your health and your life. That is what it's all about. It's about the daily things that we do each day that makes us successful. All right, food of the day. One of my favorites I want to talk about this hour is blueberries. Blueberries are powerful, and they're one of the best fruits out there as far as their benefits to the body. Of course, again, they get all kinds of great... You see them in just about every article now, and it's on any kind of health website or any kind of news article, whatever it might be. And there's reasons for that. I mean, there's incredible polyphenols, antioxidants that support the body, really, really good for the skin. A lot of these, of course, have whole body antioxidant support, really good for cardiovascular system and great for the brain. This is what's powerful. Now, the nervous system can undergo a lot of oxidative stress, and we know for a fact that blueberries can come in and make an enormous difference. I mean, they can come in and just a cup a day is enough to create a lot of these benefits that I'm talking about. So with the cardiovascular health, we look at cholesterol, right? We want to think about, well, what about the clogging of the arteries and that sort of thing? Well, the benefits are pretty amazing. HDL cholesterol and the lowering of triglycerides, pretty amazing, just from about 1 cup a day of blueberries. These are fresh, organic, or even frozen. If you want to do those, they're really good. And also helps to lower the LDL cholesterol. So the bad cholesterol can help be lowered just by getting blueberries in on a regular basis. Now, recent research has also added another factor to this, talking about nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a form, it's been around, obviously, but we've learned a lot more about it. And increased activity is usually associated with better balance in the cardiovascular function. And the blueberries actually help to relieve that, because what happens is if you increase the nitric oxide, you can lower blood pressure in the body, and it really does help with the systolic levels. That's the top number. The cognitive benefits, too, are pretty amazing. So when you look at dementia and Alzheimer's, they've done studies on this with blueberries, and just the components in them are very, very powerful. So with blueberries consumed on a regular basis, people have helped decrease, and this was done in animal studies, but there's an improvement of memory, and there's a reduction of cognitive decline. So that's the indicator that we look at for dementia and Alzheimer's. When there's such a strengthening of the memory and the mind, there's such a reduction of what goes on with our cognition. So again, preserves our mind, keeps our memory strong, and helps us kind of move into that next level. Blood sugar benefits, that's another one. So type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, and insulin resistance is really hot right now. And hot meaning that a lot of people have it. It's amazing. But we know that the blueberries can help regulate a lot of the blood sugar levels and help to balance a lot of that out. So with type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, a cup of berries a day can help. And I always say in a smoothie in the morning, this is the staple breakfast of what I do myself and what I teach a lot of our folks that we coach all around the country. Is I like to do a smoothie in the morning first thing. First, you've been sleeping, right? So you've been fasting. The body is not had any nutrition for 7 to 8 hours. You wake up, cortisol levels are high, which is eating up muscle tissue and storing body fat. That's not a good thing. So to take the time to go in and cook a bunch of eggs takes you another 15 minutes maybe to get breakfast ready. Now you're up and walking around on an empty stomach, which the cortisol is high, and you're doing negative things to your body. One of the better ways to go is to get nutrition instantly in your body that it can utilize. That's why I like smoothies or shakes. Shakes are one of my favorites. You can do a base of an almond milk unsweetened or coconut milk unsweetened. Water is great too. Get an organic meal replacement powder that has all the vitamins and minerals in it, like Daily Meal Complete. You can see that at our website. But it's wonderful. You put that in. You put a cup of fresh blueberries in, maybe some kale, blend that together, a couple scoops of almond butter, and some ice. It's amazing. And it gets in your system immediately, and then you can move on with your day. So people that are busy and they don't have a lot of time, I hear that all the time. You do have time. You just have to come up with creative ways to get the nutrition in your body. It's not tough. Also with blueberries, really, really powerful are eye health. And this is fantastic. This is why they're so beneficial as just a fruit. I mean, it really is a super food and a super fruit. But for the eye health, it's very unique because of what it does. It protects the retina and also helps against glaucoma. Anti-cancer benefits are across the board, not just in one area. They said the types of cancer that they've studied, though, that they know about for sure would be breast cancer, colon cancer, prostate cancer, esophageal cancer, and any cancers of the small intestine. So the benefits are pretty amazing. To get a cup of blueberries in, if you can, whether you travel or you're at home, the frozen ones are great. It's just an easy way to keep everything packed in and work together. But that's a great tip, just to be able to help. That's our food of the day, just to give you a little tip on what you're doing. It's powerful. Remember, food can bring health to the body or take health out of the body. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. Let's go to Tara on the phones. Hi, Tara.
I'm interested in knowing about decaf green tea. What you recommend, because I have a problem with my bowels. I I can't think of the condition. It's not irritable bowel, but things have a tendency to go straight through me.
Okay. Well, when it comes to that, first of all, with digestion, you want to get everything as balanced as possible. And with a situation like yours with IBS, then there's irritation, but it's come from a lot of food allergies typically. The inability for the body to break down the foods can be definitely be corrected in a lot of ways. You got to get the gut healthy, get the right kind of bacteria in place. That is first and foremost. So getting the right nutrition in and getting the gut bacteria right. So what I mean by that, probiotics are good as a supplement. You can use those, but also you can get the fermented vegetables are wonderful. Kimchi, a lot of those are great. And then also you want to make sure you're getting fermented dairy products. I like raw dairy. Kefir is really good. Yogurt is fantastic. And building that gut health makes a tremendous difference. And a lot of people say that, and I say that in the scientific community, we have the alternative world and the traditional medical world. So in the alternative world, there's a term called leaky gut. And leaky gut means that you're not absorbing and that you're not utilizing and that there's toxic release within the digestive tract that can cause a lot of challenges. So that's what you have to really look at. Is the body getting everything that it needs? Are you putting in everything in that it needs? With IBS, are you eating a lot of wheat products, bread, pasta, cereal, crackers? Gluten is a real irritant and a strong deterrent to the gut, so you want to be really careful with that. And then also, you want to look at some of the traditional dairy products may irritate it, so you can switch over to goat's milk dairy. Even coconut milk-based dairy is very good. So a lot of different options to get you where you need to go. But I'll tell you this, your eating habits definitely matter. It's not a pill or a supplement or anything like that that's really going to give you the best relief. It's more of your day-to-day eating habits. And hopefully you've got someone to work with, whether it's a physician or a nutritionist, that can guide you in that, because it really does take some day-to-day work to get the help you need, because IBS, of course, can be cleared. You can use L-glutamine, you can use aloe, there's a lot of things, but that is in adjunct to a great diet. That great diet has to happen first before anything else is going to transition. All right, so that's our key for this. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. You're listening to On Call Radio. Check us out on the web. Remember, whatever you're struggling with, it's amazing. If the body can get sick, it can also get well. And if you haven't seen our app, it's at the App Store. You can go there and check out the show from the day before. Listen absolutely free on your iPhone or iPad and catch the show. Maybe you're in an area where the signal doesn't come in very well on the radio. Well, check it out on your phone. You can always join us that way as well. Our new In Shape program is out too. Check that out at the website. So if you want to lose weight, feel better, and learn how to be healthy, In Shape will get you there. It's time to get in shape. America, that's what I always say. It's powerful. So great tool to be able to help you and encourage you along the way. It's about our lifestyle choices that we make each and every day. Janet in Berkeley, California. I just tested positive for hepatitis B. Now I'm scared and I really don't know what to do. Well, it is a challenge. You do need to be concerned about your liver. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you've got some good guidance with your physician. And don't let it scare you, but just be concerned enough to make good choices. It's all about keeping the liver healthy, eating the right kind of foods, building up your immune system. All of that can make a tremendous difference. And I would focus on that more than just about anything else. And again, vitamin D is really good, builds up your immune system, helps the liver. Milk thistle, some great tools out there, research behind that. All of that can be extremely beneficial and help you along the way. So just keep us posted, because at the end of the day, remember, we're here for you. Coming up, we'll jump in more questions about your health. Don't go anywhere. 888-283-7272.
Are you ready to chow? It's time for Keto Chow. When it comes to eating healthy, the keto diet has become one of the nutrition leaders in optimizing health, losing unwanted weight, and reaching your health and wellness goals. No extravagant cooking, no long kitchen cleanup, and most importantly, especially for me,
It's convenient. Just put quality Keto Chow powder in a bottle, add some heavy whipping cream or your favorite fat, a little water, and boom, shake it up and you're ready to chow. Keto Chow tastes amazing. So make Keto Chow easy for you and your family today with Keto Chow. Let's go chow. Visit Keto Chow online at ketochow.xyz. That's ketochow.xyz.
Connect with On Call Radio and watch On Call TV at InShapeNetwork.com.
Triple 8-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. What are you dealing with tonight? What is your health challenge? Well, whatever it is, great or small, we're here to help. Call 888-283-7272 and let's talk about it. If it's not for you, maybe it's for a friend or family member that's going through a tough time. We could talk about that too. Nothing greater than helping somebody with the most important thing to them. You ever notice when you talk to somebody and you say, how you doing? What's going on? And they say, first thing they want to tell you about is either what's going on with their money or or they're not going to tell you the truth and they'll just say, fine, everything's great. Or they'll tell you about something going on with their health. Just got diagnosed with this. Hip's been hurting, had some high blood pressure, blood sugar's going crazy. They like to tell you those things. And if you have these little things in your pocket that we could talk about, you can encourage them or tell them to listen to the show or whatever it might be. But you'll have some answers. And there's nothing better than being a health advocate or a friend to somebody when they're going through a tough time. You can also sign up for our weekly email newsletter. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook there. Great things to do as we encourage you with your health and your life. Let's kick it off and go with Renee. Hi, Renee. Welcome, darling. How can I help?
Hi. How are you today?
I'm living well. What's up?
That's good. I'm calling in reference to Accutane or isotretinoin.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. I have... Actually, I'm doing it for a second round, and I was actually wondering if there's anything else that you could take for acne that would kind of help clear it up other than taking something like that.
Yeah, Accutane's really, I mean, it's a very, very challenging drug. Mm-hmm. It works. Don't get me wrong, it works. Clears up the pores, and it'll pull. Do you have cystic acne?
Yes, where I'll get the bumps, and then like if there's a hair that grows up in there, and it gets all white and pussy and stuff, and yeah.
Right. It's really hard on your system. It's hard on your liver. It's because it's so much vitamin A that's in there. Do you tell me what is your age first of all, Renee?
In my 40s.
You're in your 40s. And did it just come on in recent years, or have you been dealing with it for a while?
Oh gosh, forever.
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 Two things, and you'll hear me say this a lot, but on this show, I talk a lot about the digestion of the body and the digestive tract. Whenever you deal with a skin issue, whether it's acne or psoriasis or dermatitis or eczema, anything in those categories, it's always from the inside out. Skin conditions rarely are from the outside in. So it's an inside-out thing, not an outside-in thing.
And that's what
you don't really.
It's like it's something on the inside of me that's doing that.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's why when you do the cleansing pads and the creams and the lotions and the cleansers, and none of that works except you just get a bunch of dry skin after that. And you're wondering what's the deal. Well, the deal is it's coming from your digestion. And you clear that up first, and then everything else starts to clear itself up.
Oh,
and we've seen this so many times with patients. Young people, teenagers go through this all the time. And there can be some hormone involvement, but it's very rare. It's very rare. It mostly comes from the digestion. So you want to eliminate anything with flour in it. So bread, pasta, cereal, crackers, all that. Now, that sounds radical.
I eat it, but I don't eat a lot of it.
Okay.
So is it just...
And no milk. No milk of any kind. No dairy of any kind. Cheese, yogurt, milk, nothing. So you come off of both those. Wow, see? Wow. That means you eat some of that. Right. So one of those two things are always the culprit when you're dealing with skin. Always. And the amazing thing you're going to find is when you come off, it's that simple. You're going to think it can't be that easy. But you come off of both of those items, and you're going to see your skin clear up. Okay, there's other things that you want to do. Huh?
I'm sorry. No bread of any kind, not if it's a whole grain bread or wheat bread or anything like that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
There's only 4 grains that do not have gluten in it. Gluten's the protein that stimulates a lot of the inflammation in the digestion. Rice flour, hemp flour, coconut flour, and buckwheat flour. But even still, right now, because you've eaten grains
over a regular period of time, it takes about 7 to 8 weeks for your body to clear out what's been in there. So I would recommend that for about 8 weeks you don't do any kind of grains whatsoever and come off the cow's milk dairy. Okay? The other things you'll want to do, I would encourage you to follow the diet that I have in my book, Empowering Your Health, and you can pick it up anywhere. But I would encourage you to follow those principles in there, because when you're dealing with acne or any other health challenge, it's really, really important to be putting the right kind of foods in your body. Foods are best medicine, and it's best to put the right kind of foods in so you get the right kind of health out. Skin conditions, remember, you've got to have the good healthy fats. So cod liver oil, the omega-3s, you want to do at least a tablespoon of that twice a day for about 8 weeks. And then the vitamin D is really good. Get a blood test done with your primary care physician and let them tell you the numbers of the blood for the vitamin D test. And typically it's going to run with most people, if they don't ever get it checked and don't really take a lot of vitamin D, you're going to be surprised at how low it is. It might be around 20 or 30, and that's pretty low. That's the low end of the scale, and you want to have it up around 70 on that blood test. It's good for bone density, good for hormones, and good for overall digestive health. So those are a couple things that you can do to get started, but literally you're going to see a big, big change just in making those changes. And I know it sounds like a lot.
Dairy, I can't drink any type of, like soy or anything like that.
No, don't touch soy milk at all, because soy milk will raise your estrogen levels and throw off your progesterone levels. Now you're dealing with a hormone issue.
Oh.
Okay, you're going to throw that off. So if you're wanting milk, you can do goat's milk, but that's it. You can't do cow's milk. The reason being, goat's milk is the closest molecular structure we have to human mother's milk. So that's a good thing. That's why it's very anti-allergenic, or hypoallergenic, as they would say. It's just a better version. Cow's milk's very hard for us to digest, and the way they homogenize it and pasteurize it makes it very difficult. And most people, about 95% of the population in America, rather, are intolerant to milk. So it's just one of the great things you can do with when you're dealing with skin conditions. Quote for the day, Muhammad Ali: champions aren't made in the gyms. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them: a desire, a dream, and a vision. Great quote by one of the greatest champions of all time.
Puts another hour in the charts. I'd like to thank our producer, Jay Patrick, Leslie Pardue, and the rest of the team. Go tell one person something you learned on this show, and together we can change the health of our friends, our family.
AsaRx audio experience on Spotify and Pandora. For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over, but check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the AsaRx audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.